it's feeling like a major Braves decision has already been made, but Chuck says it's the follow-up decision that will affect all of us.
Yeah, I think the decision is Snit's, and he's retiring. That's my feel. That's what I would put $10 on at the window. And again, I think that has sort of been made by Snit, probably not officially, not publicly, but it's the follow-up decision who replaces him. It is now open speculation. Buster Olney wrote about it today. Did you see a couple nights ago? ESPN is talking to Snit about it.
Buster Olney?
Yes.
Buster Olney joining us here.
Seems Snit will decide, all right, it's time, and I'm going to move into my role with the organization because he's going to have a role with the organization.
What does that mean, by the way? He's going to ride that golf cart around spring training?
He's going to be at spring training. He's going to be Snit, and he's going to turn into Bobby Cox, who comes out and waves, and people still, then there's 18 of the players that played for him.
Yeah.
And then there's 11, and then there's like 2 guys that, I played for Bobby. And that's kind of how it happens after about 3 seasons. So who's next? There aren't a lot of names from outside the norm. You will hear Walt Weiss. You'll hear David Ross and DeRosa. And
DeRosa, yeah.
You'll also hear Skip Schumaker.
Yeah, that was another one that was a Bob Nightingale gem.
So those are like the 4 that you will hear. There was one, Matt, I don't know if you've seen this or not, and it looks like projection to me, but it's baseball. It ain't flying the space shuttle. Travis d'Arnaud.
I told you that was the one I had a month ago. But he has a second year on his deal. Would he quit the year of $6 million to go take a tenth of that to manage the Braves?
Here's the what I have realized is, I'm going to say 90% of being a major league manager. You have people who they'll position the outfielders. They'll have the cards ready for all the pitchers and hot zones and cold zones and all that. If the players respect you enough to go out and bust their ass, that's 90% of it. If you have a guy making $1.8 million a year or $40 million a year, if you can get that guy to go out and bust his ass for you, Dave Roberts, I've told you, ain't a very good manager. In fact, he really over-manages literally every game. Players respect him. Oh, he did it. He busted his tail. He made a play in the World Series, Matt, Dave Roberts, that counted and helped it. So they respect him. That is the biggest part of that, which makes me think that Travis d'Arnaud could go in with a year on his contract. He could go ahead and become a manager because that's what everybody believes is next for him. So those are the names, and then d'Arnaud is a little bit from the outside.
Here's where two things. Number one, I don't think the manager is that big of a deal. I've said it over and over. I don't dismiss it, but I think we're going to make a lot of, if the change happens, a big deal about the presser, and they introduce him and his mindset and all those things. Number two, I wonder if they want somebody who can relate to Ronald Acuna. It's your best player. I don't know what's going on with Ronnie and Snit.
It certainly does not.
Well, but I don't know if there's anything going on at all, but there are enough whispers of stuff that I don't know. I've seen Snit fight for Ronnie a lot. When he got hit a bunch back in the day with the Marlins stuff. Now, when he's had to be a little tough on him, I think he's also had that role. But remember, we're in a gentle parenting age now, so we can't do that to players. I don't know who that manager is. I don't know what that looks like because I'm not going to pretend to know who the bench coach is for the San Francisco Giants or the first base coach for the Cardinals. So there's a name that none of us are thinking about because you're right. We're all doing the same names. DeRosa, David Ross, or Skip was a name that Nightingale brought up, and Walt Weiss is in-house.
When Dusty left the Astros, everybody sent the same 4 names. They picked Joe Espada.
I know Atlanta's obsessed with Mark DeRosa. We know DeRosa's going to be a hit. I don't know if he would or wouldn't. And I don't know if he wants to do it. That's a dedication for a guy who's got young kids that he likes coaching. He's doing TV. He's making good money, and he has a lot more freedom. Maybe he wants to challenge of being a manager. I don't know. I also don't know how he's going to be. People are convinced DeRosa would do a great job. Oh, maybe he would. I also don't know how, DeRosa Ronnie, DeRosa Ozzie, DeRosa Drake. There is some of this that I'm not saying you have to cater to the kids. You have to understand them. You have to be able to relate to them. You have to be able to handle them. It's a different age of player. So I don't know what it's going to look like. You're convinced Snit's done. If you ask me, I'd say I'm 51% leaning that he steps down, but I don't know that he's made the decision. There's a chance he still wants to come back and not end it on this garbage season. He
has talked openly. Did you see the number that he quoted? How many innings of his son Troy, who's the hitting instructor for the Astros, right?
He is.
How many innings of his high school career Snit saw?
What is it, 0?
Total of 3.
He saw 3. That's
he said
more than
one
most
game,
guys.
one game for 3 innings.
Yeah.
He says, my grandchildren travel. He's talking openly about this stuff, and it's okay. He's not weak. He's not soft. He's not giving up. He's 70. And he says, I got a boy who's now in the big leagues himself, and I missed all of it.
But I would also say DeRosa's probably 45, and he's living it, might not want to miss that stuff. And that's okay, too.
Yeah,
it's kind of the same scenario.
And another thing, you get like Ryan Sandberg. He goes back to the Phillies, the organization that drafted him, and they were about to S-can him.
Yeah, you don't want to be that.
DeRosa is beloved here. He may like that. He might like living in that suite where I'm loved. That's it.
But let's also all agree, and Chipper said as much. Chipper Jones didn't be the manager of the Braves.
Nope.
He doesn't want it.
Doesn't want to be the hitting coach.
Doesn't want that life. No.